man. Talk to me, queen. What's happening?
Okay, about what? So still the colorism thing?
Not necessarily colorism. So you have a preference?
I don't have a preference. But I will say it's like...
Choose your words. You want candid camera.
Because this is my opinion. I'm not speaking for all men.
That's okay.
If you're light-skinned, you have to have a certain... You can't just be ugly. Because it's like, I feel like it's emphasized. Like, but if you're dark-skinned and you're medium ugly, it's like...
So what you're saying you could be medium ugly and dark skin, but you can't be medium ugly and light skin.
Hell no. Correct.
That's colorless.
But
Because ugly is ugly.
That's a problem.
Ugly is ugly. Thank you.
Okay, but I said
You could be blue and be ugly.
medium.
Bro, sisters.
Thank you. Point proven.
Them hoes was right.
What? They were called the Grow Sisters. What? What?
I mean,
Niggas mad at me. Let's debate that.
Alright, y'all, I'm back with another quick video. We're going to talk about this video right here. And let's read what it says. I don't really understand the whole context. I know that it's talking about medium ugly. If you don't know what medium ugly is, it's some of these goofy black girls we talking about. It's immature. Basically, a man who's... Basically, they have low self-esteem. So basically, they can't go after a man that's too handsome or too pretty. So what they try to do is they try to get with a man who's quote-unquote a balance of both. Like it meets right in between. They're not too pretty and they're not too handsome. I mean, not too pretty, not too ugly. So you get with like a medium ugly type of guy. But it's immature. It's something that black women do. But let's read this. It says, apparently you can be medium ugly and dark skin, but not medium ugly and light skin. Now, I don't understand like what they're trying to say. They could be saying that you can't be medium ugly and light skin by saying that when you're medium ugly and light skin, it means that you're ugly, which is a lie, which is a new thing. Or they're saying that you can't be medium ugly and light skin, meaning that they're saying that light skinned people, medium ugly light skinned dudes don't exist, meaning that they view all light skinned people as good looking or light skinned men as good looking. And I read a comment in this comment section where this black girl said that it's true because when your skin is light, that it makes your medium ugly features more popping, which is stupid. All right, and I have a dark skinned homeboy who says this stuff right here. He says that that being dark skinned and being ugly is unbearable. Like he said that a light skinned ugly is way better than a dark skinned ugly. And let me say this: being woke is a mental disorder. It's a mental disease. And the reason why these females are always trying to bash light skinned men is for a couple reasons. It's because one, they're trying to act fake woke. All right, meaning in order for them to be woke, they have to prove that they have to diss light skinned men and prove themselves to dark skinned men. That's why they do that. And what they're really trying to say is they don't view you as a real black man. They have an aesthetic in their mind of what a black man is, and you don't fit it. That's why you have to stop with the name black. Light skinned men shouldn't call themselves black. All right, y'all are the mulattoes. All right, they have an aesthetic, and how you know that is because even doing the George Floyd stuff, when being black, being woke was always on 100, but when it went to 1,000, you'll notice that black women, even light skinned women specifically, they kept trying to align themselves with very dark skinned men because they don't really view y'all as a real black man. All right, they don't. All right, that's why they don't view you as an authentic real thing. And that's why y'all have to disassociate that, and y'all have to take y'all achievements and y'all awards and put them in a mulatto category and stop trying to call yourself black because they get absorbed into blackness, and y'all end up giving dark-skinned people way too much credit because half the stuff that dark-skinned people brag about, light-skinned men specifically invented it. And y'all get no credit for it. And another reason why black women do this is because they get off on trying to humble light-skinned men. And light-skinned people, I have a video of a dark-skinned cat. And he basically said, I got a video on it. He said the other day that he hopes light-skinned women die because light-skinned women are bougie and they wouldn't pretty much give him a chance, basically. So he tried to overgas dark skinned women to try to humble light skinned women. And they do that a lot. Like they will try to overgas a dark skinned man to take the attention off a light skinned guy. Or they will overgas a dark skinned man, you know, to try to humble a light skinned guy, which it doesn't really work because light skinned men, we don't view dark skinned men as our competition. And that may work with a light skinned, it might work sometimes, but like we don't view them dudes as really as a competition. So that's why we don't get insecure like that. Whereas a dark skinned man, he might legit view a light skinned dude as his competition, you know. But it's crazy how they do this because they're saying that they don't view you as the authentic thing. That's why you have to stop associating with them. All right, and being fake woke is a mental disease. And the term I'm gonna talk about on another video, I'm gonna speak about it right now too, about how dark skinned people created a system where they can be accepted into other groups without being ashamed and placing colorist labels and prejudice labels on them. But notice how they won't allow those people in their groups. All right, light skinned people have to accept them inside their groups, but you're not allowed as a light skinned person to be accepted in their group. If that makes sense. All right, when you want to be accepted in their group, they walk around talking about how you not like us. This is that and the third. And they also do the same thing with white people, where they say that, well, it's okay for us to be accepted in y'all stores and this, that, and the third, but if y'all can't come to ours. All right, y'all gotta show y'all resources with us, but we can't. Y'all gotta show y'all resources with us, but we don't do it with y'all. And they try to lie, say that they don't have any power. That's BS. All right. All right. And also with they try to lie and say black people can't be racist. That's a lie too. That's another video for another day. But yeah, y'all gotta stop calling yourselves black and call yourself mulatto because that's where your history is at. You know, I'm not saying you're not FBA or you're not an Israelite. You are, but your ethnic group is a mulatto. All right. And I want to do some reaction videos about the mindset of black people and how having black people is really a waste of time. Because it is. It's a book that y'all can get that I'm going to be doing a reaction video on the brother who already read the book, which I've read these books too, not all of them, but it's going to expose the mindset of black people, dark skinned people specifically, and the stuff that they do for status, or the manipulation tactics they do, where they get some of their culture from, how they always attacking minority groups, and these are old books that were published back a century ago, and the same stuff that they're doing now is the same stuff they was doing back then. All right, it talks about the blacks versus the mulattoes. It's a book that y'all can get about called "The Black Rednecks and the White Liberals" by Thomas Sowell, and you can get that book, and it breaks black people down to a T and exposes all their secrets. And it's actually another book that you can get. I believe it's called The Development of Black America. I believe that's what it's called. It's by a brother. I forgot what his name is. But that's a really good book, and it tells you about a lot of the slaves that were black. I mean, the slave owners who were black. It spills everything about true history. All right, I forgot the brother's name, but I'm gonna react to a brother who already did a reaction to it. But yeah, they pull these rituals and they invented a system where, you know, they can say y'all not like us, but y'all gotta allow us in y'all spaces. You know, and a lot of these light skins people who are peons and who are, you know, they want to gatekeep blackness, which there's no such thing as, and they want y'all to keep begging them, and you know they lie and say that colorism don't exist for light skinned people because they want an excuse. That's using an excuse to allow us to abuse light skinned people. So when they say colorism doesn't exist for light skinned people, that's bullshit. They're basically saying that you're a slave and you have no choice but to accept my buffoonery because it doesn't exist for you. Even though it's BS. And a lot of light skinned people fall for that. All right. A lot of y'all so weak, y'all fall for it. All right. They say that because they want you to tolerate their mental and physical abuse. All right. But yeah, it's crazy how they get away with that. And also a lot of dark skinned women do this to light skinned guys because Dark skinned men get they cut. Dark skinned men and women are cut from the same cloth. Dark skinned men and dark skinned people are teach each other self hate. A lot of dark skinned men get their self hate from their dark skinned mothers. And a lot of their dark skinned mothers teach their dark skinned sons that light is better. Not white people, but they are kind of like on autopilot ever since, the slavery days. And they do it to each other. And I got a video of a black woman telling her dark skinned daughters and sons that light is better. All right. Even O'Shea Du Jackson said that his dark skinned grandmother taught him not to bring home dark skinned women and bring home light skinned women. I think a lot of them do that to free up light skinned men. And a lot of dark skinned men know this. So what dark skinned men do, they call dark skinned women out on their colorist ways that they taught them. And how they have a secret thing for light skinned guys. So what they'll do is dark skinned men will call them out, right? Dark skinned men will call them out. And especially when they get older, and dark skinned women try to make up for it by trying to they try to make up for teaching or shaming them for being dark and stuff. They try to call dark skinned men call them out, and dark skinned women try to make up for it by trying to humiliate light skinned men because they feel guilty about what they taught them, when they were younger, because they know a lot of the stuff they're saying is true. All right, but that's why they pull these rituals, and you light skins, you mulattoes, y'all tolerate it. All right, y'all still trying to. If y'all disassociate from black people and y'all actually do research on mulatto history, black people, and y'all start getting, y'all build more confidence and start speaking pride about being light skinned, black people will literally lose all their damn clout. They literally would lose it, but y'all don't want to do that for some odd reason. But I'll see you on the next one.